Okay, so I want to talk about linear workflow or linear arrangement. This is a great strategy if you get overwhelmed by the prospect or the idea of creating a chord progression melody from scratch, making it awesome, or trying to build a loop from scratch. Also, again, a great way to avoid that loop trap, which we've been talking about. So, if you're watching this video and you have no idea what I mean when I say what we've been talking about, you're probably not getting the emails that I'm sending out, and you haven't got the step-by-step guide. If you want to download the step-by-step guide, which helps you get out of the loop trap and avoiding the 8-bar loop trap, click the link below and you can get access to that. If you want to see the previous emails, click the links below as well. There's a few of them. So anyway, linear workflow, what is it? How do we do it? Linear workflow is basically working from left to right, step by step. So I would work on the intro first. Once I'm happy with the intro, I would move on to the next part and the next part and the next part. I've written quite a few songs this way. I find it works really well for me. Worth trying out. This isn't for everyone, but I find it really helpful. So I'm just going to work through this a little bit and kind of show you what I mean. Let's say I'm starting a new project now. I want to make a house song, kind of one of those modern, chilled out house songs. Well, I'm going to start with the intro, and I'm probably going to have a drum beat in here. So I'm just going to kind of loop this for now. I want an 8-bar intro. Let's pull in some drums. I'm not going to try and make this sound amazing, by the way, because this is just to explain the strategy. So I might pull in some drums. I'm going to use a Cashmere Volume 3 pack, which sounds amazing, by the way. If you haven't got it, check it out. Pretty cool kick. So I'll pull this in. And again, I'm just working on the intro, so I know that this isn't going to be very complex. And I'll have a loop in here as well. Maybe I'll try put a few of these together. We could do something like this. Add a bit of groove. And maybe we'll one of the most enjoyable things about music production is using things in ways that they're not really supposed to be used, like this snare loop. Sounds more like a build-up loop. But I can use it to add groove to a house loop. Cool. Okay. I want another shaker loop in there as well. I love this pack from Lux Pacific. And I think this is getting close to being good for the intro. I want some sort of melodic or atmospheric content. And let's find some sort of, I call this like a inspiration sound. So at the moment, this is just a drum loop. But if I find a vocal effect or a synth sound that can really form the basis for the whole track, it will inspire a bunch of other ideas, maybe chords, maybe melodies. So I want to find something like that for the intro that really catches a listen straight away. I'm not interested in making a 32-bar intro here. This is going to be a short intro that pulls the listener in. And again, I want to do this quickly because I'm trying to explain a concept here. So let's find something, vocal melody. And there we go. That is the intro done. So in this linear workflow, what I would do now is kind of think, okay, where am I going to go with this? I've got this intro down. It's sounding good. My song's kind of taking shape. I don't want to add anything more to this because it is an intro. But where am I going to go now? And so already we're kind of pushing our way out of this loop trap. Instead of staying here and adding a bunch of stuff in like bass, melodies, chords, which is what we normally do as producers, I'm forcing myself to move over here and go, okay, what do I want? Well, I'll probably continue this and maybe keep the shakers going, right? And then here I want a melody coming in. So I want to create a melody. I'm going to pull in a serum and I'm going to make a pluck sound, or just find the pluck sound. Protocol pack is nice. So it might be something like this, dead mouse pluck. And we're in F minor. So that's a bass line right there, but we can add to this, of course, and turn it into a chord progression. So there we go. It's not the best chord progression, but we're kind of working on our next section here. And then we're like, cool, that's cool, like that sounds good. Maybe we'll reverse this to add some tension and then add one of these in, and so on, add some automation maybe. And then we're moving on to the next section. We're not staying here for too long. This is fine. Let's move on now, add this in. Maybe we'll work on the bass line. We're just trying to get our arrangement done really quickly. So you get the idea. That is linear workflow. We're starting with the intro, working from left to right. Once the loop or the section sounds good, we move on. We don't stay there. That's basically it. If you have any questions about this strategy, just let me know. But this is really good if you kind of get overwhelmed when you're faced with a blank screen and you know that you have to create all this stuff. It's easy to just start with the intro, make something simple, and then move on and think, what can I add in here? What would work in this section? So yeah, have fun with this. And again, if you have questions, just let me know and I'll get back to you.